Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 3 of Legit Crypto. And in this episode, I'm actually really excited because I get to talk and have a conversation with a project that I found a couple Fridays ago on one of my DEGEN Fridays live stream. I found this project called PINO, which ended up being something I bought live on the stream. And then I went in and did my own research to check out the community, and I was blown away by how active they were. And not only that, it's just full of awesome people. Come to find out, it is a community takeover, which has always fascinated me in understanding how that whole process worked. So I reached out to some of the leaders who are kind of heading the charge with the whole community takeover and met Ahmad. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And dude, this guy is super chill, and there's a bunch of other super chill, active leaders in this community. So I wanted to have them on the show, introduce you to this project, and have a real, honest conversation. Of course, none of this is financial advice by any means. So by all means, do your own research. And full transparency, I don't charge for these Legit Crypto AMA shows. I only bring on people, communities that I believe in and I'm actually invested in. Now, I'm not trying to shill PINO, even though it is worth shilling. It's more about giving more exposure to awesome communities and projects that I actually believe in. And that's what this is all about. So let me just go ahead and bring up Ahmad. Welcome, dude.
Yo,
I'm
what's up?
happy to have you. Dude,
Thank
am
you.
I
Thank you for
pronouncing
having
your
me.
name right, first of all?
Well, if you want to pronounce it the way it's Arabic name, so it's very difficult to say the letter ha. So in English it's ha. But
Ha.
there's a yeah, ha, like Ahmed in Arabic, Ahmed or
Uh,
Ahmad in English. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
It's going to take me a little while on that one.
there's a trick that you can do it like when you drink cold soda or whatever, you say ah. So that sound is yeah, exactly. So it's Ahmed.
Ahmed. All right. I'm going to practice
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Nice,
uh,
nice, man.
hey, before we kind of kick into just this conversation, I know there's a lot of people from the Pinot community that are coming into the live chat. Shout out to you. Happy to have you all here. But I'm sure that there's other people from either my YouTube channel or even my Hody community that might not be aware of, what Pinot is all about. So, dude, give me the 2-minute elevator pitch on Pinot and everything you know about it.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go with the history of Pino, how it started. It started as a pump fund project, and the dev, maybe you saw on the website, like we did kind of like a comic of how it started to make it very simple. The dev just cheated as usual in most of the pump fund projects, and the community just felt that there's a connection between this project and them, and just refused to quit anytime. And yeah, it was a CTO, and then was another CDO that which we took it over from the previous one because they were just unauthentic farming, not available, and we're just like hungry. So Pino is the dino Pippi, you could say, the yellow Pippi dino. So in a world full of cats and frogs and cats, it's better to be a dinosaur. Like it's just something you don't find any dinosaur on blockchain. There's one project that we could find, and we are in a mission to actually take this to ultimate heights. Like we're our goal is the same name on my Twitter, Pino to billion. So it's not a billion, it's a billion, and we're working on that. It's not an easy job, it's not a 1 day job, but we're enjoying the journey. We have a huge community, great community, a lot of people trusting in the project and seeing the vision and working day to day, and that's the beauty of it. Like we understand it's not easy job to do, but we are in for it. Like we all have our lives, jobs, but we spend more time on Pino than we do on anything because we love the community and we want to make a lot of money. So the pitch is Pino the Dino is the best community on Solana, in my opinion, and one of the most potential on crypto. If you're looking for a project that you can belong and build and feel that you're in charge as well, and can sleep on your money and wake up, then welcome. Pino is for you.
Dude, that's great, man. Great pitch. Um, yeah, speaking of like the whole dinosaur theme, that was one thing that when I first found the project on my show, yeah, I had never seen a dinosaur, at least like in all of my hunts or even anything that I've heard of. So it was super clever, and I thought just the general vibe and the art and everything was great. So it's no surprise that you guys in the community are seeing a little bit of success. On that note, the one thing that I'm curious about as it relates to the CTO, how did you like how did you guys coordinate after the dev faded the project to take it over? Like, I've always been really curious about what that process is, how you got the website, tell me more about how that all worked out.
So our story is really interesting because it's a two-time CTO. Like we are the second CTO. So what happened is that
Oh
the dev,
shit, really?
yeah, yeah, the dev cheated. Like once it hit Radium, and this is something usual with Pump Fund project, they just take their money because if he put one Solana at zero and he take it at 60K for him, that's enough, and you don't see the picture, you don't care about it, and that's it. So there was a couple of influencers who took charge of Pino, and they started pushing it, and that's how I find it. I was not like I saw it on Twitter, and then I saw it on Pump Fun. I fell in love immediately, and then went all in. Like slowly, I was buying. I think it was around 400, 500,000 at
Mm-hmm.
the first day, and then it went up to 1.9 million, and then started like we started to feel something suspicious because we are participating, we're rating, we're talking to the leaders of the CTO, and they're not being responsive. There are funds that are being moved from the marketing wallet, so it was all like unethical. So without any preparation or anything, we wake up one day and we find all the mods, which I was one mod, and there's a T-Baller, which is also a partner. Shout out to T-Baller, he's doing an amazing job. So we were mods in the first CTO, and we wake up and we find all everybody who's doing a real good job, they just like demodded, and we cannot do anything, and the only admin is not even responsive. So we
Wait,
thought
wait,
this
wait, wait.
project,
Hold on. I want to understand this. Wait, so all the people that were doing something like that were active mods in the community, they were ripped out. You're saying like
yeah,
they were no
yeah,
longer mods, and then the admin wasn't even responsive at all,
yeah,
dude.
and not just that, the admin, there was like $650 on the marketing wallet, and he just like he don't answer, like we need this and we want to do that, and it was just like, you know what, we have to make a move.
Yeah.
And I started the Telegram channel, and we started telling the community we're having a contest, a meme contest, and you guys join this channel because we don't want him to ban us immediately. So we said let's do it in a strategic way, and then he just went crazy, and we said, you know what, we took over the Twitter. It was action, like drama, a lot of things, and we took over the Twitter. We announced on Twitter, you know what, this is the channel. The previous CTO was farming. We're ethical. We want to take this project, and we're fully dedicated. So if you are with us, join the Telegram. And within hours, we had like 200 people joining. Yeah,
Wow, dude. Really?
yeah, the community is on fire. Like it was like even right now, when you see it's not that much as it was on the launch, because people are getting used to, like, yeah, they can join and talk to some people sometimes in DMs, or now we have other groups like OGs and Worlds, which I will talk about. You're in
Yep.
the OG. So yeah, what happened is that the market started dipping. So everyone saw that guy removed the Telegram channel. So what they think is, oh yeah, another rug. So I'm gonna
Right.
just sell before they sell on me. So that was what is happening. And at that time, we were at 350,000 K
Mm-hmm.
or 400, and we dipped all the way to 60K. And that was our starting point. Like that was when we officially said, we're gonna take this. You're still here. Let's build the floor.
Yep.
And if you were in that group, and a lot of people who you see right now active, they were in that group. A lot of the whales, a lot of the OGs, and even the community members, the energy that was in that room, it's something else. Like we are fighting, like we are at I don't know, 100 million market cap. We're talking very confident, saying, yeah, you know what? We are all in. I've been in like other projects. I've seen how they do the CTO. It's not the same. Like usually you have one guy say, send me the money, I'm gonna do the dick screener. And then he take the money and then he just like disappear or whatever. But that
Right.
was not the case. We started the marketing wallet. We said, guys, we're gonna do this. Dick screener, we need this amount. Within like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, we had it. Immediately I updated the dicks. I did just a very similar, like a very similar to the website that we had before. We bought the domain immediately, and we just did the very simple website. I can show you that it's kind of like
Wait, is it Pino
outdated.
the Dino? Is it
Yeah,
PinoTheDino.com? Okay, yeah, I got it
yeah,
pulled up on the screen right now. Okay, so this
yeah. But
is this is something that you actually did after the fact?
no, so before this website, so it's the same domain, but we had
Mm,
another website on it, which was a picture of Pino, then just like copy text. So you can say it's a very very simple thing, and we just added the links in Telegram and YouTube, whatever. But yeah, this was the second website that we built with a professional web developer. He took his time, and yeah, so that is what we see right now. It's the it's a more professional website, kind of a punky, you could say, inspired, and
yep.
has the colors, how to buy, some fun, and you can see like no like no freezing, no team because it's a CTO. So you know, but yeah, we love this website. We still want to add a lot of things to it. But this was the situation with the website, and then we started raising for marketing, and we see the commitment. And I remember like I did not sleep for 48 hours when that happened, like the first time. I swear, like it was
Oh, I
crazy.
bet.
Yeah, and not just me. Like you have like 200 other people just focusing on the same thing. It's crazy
Yeah.
energy.
Hey,
Then I
so
just
wait,
like,
one sec, dude. When you were
yeah,
raising for marketing, basically you were just like created trust in the community or something, and you guys were basically having someone or everyone that could send what Soul or just anything to a marketing wallet that you guys would then be transparent about, or like how did you raise funds?
yeah, it was exactly what you said. So I went on a VC. T Polar joined, and most of the community joined, and we said, look, guys, what happened is that guy was unethical, was farming you and farming us, and we're just a normal people like you. We're invested in this project, and we really want
Yep.
to make this project work. So if you are with us, like whatever skills that you have, just tell us what kind of skills that you have because we want to build. We're like in a crisis, and we want to organize ourselves. And we had some people who have Instagram followers, some people who know design, some people who know like how to do things. We had one guy wanted to pitch us an NFT project that he did. He actually wanted to farm us with that. So we said, yeah, that's cool, that's nice, but it's not the perfect time. We want to build a
Mm-hmm.
project, and then we might be considering it. And the art was shit, by the way. So
Yeah.
it was not the move. And yeah, and we just created a normal wallet, like it's not a multi-signature or anything, just a normal wallet. And we said, let's see, like we are authentic. They like what they heard from us. They said you are the guys that we trust, and yeah, let's do it. And then I see that funds are coming in. We paid for the Dix screener update, and then we did the marketing boost also on Dix screener, and we were seeing the buys coming in. So we were very excited to see someone buying other than us, because at that point it was like, that's it. Like, how much money you have? Let's build the floor. So first thing, we built the floor, and whoever bought at 60 or 70K, like now they are at 10x.
Oh,
Like
easy.
speaking, yeah,
Easy. Yeah.
they were around 25, 30x, but yeah. So that how it started. I slept, it was around 250, and then I wake up, it was around 350, then around 500, 600, we had a huge resistance. And we said, we have to find a different strategy for the community. Like we need to create something that make people want to invest more. and also that we can take lead and charge things and like make it more fun. So we come up with the Wales group, the idea of the Wales group. So if you hold the 10 million PINO, then you will be in a group with a bunch of other people, successful people in life. We learn, we chat a lot, we talk about other stuff, but mostly PINO.
Yep.
And yeah, I did not think like many people would be interested. Then we had like 7 8 whales saying, oh, I would like to be part of it. And then we reach 15 or 16 people right now speaking. And those guys, they changed the game because we took it from 300 400. We had an idea of putting our dry powder and just treating this as a war. You know, we're
Yep.
fighting with people who are trying to harm the project. And we did a great pump to like 700. Our goal was to break the resistance for 600. And we did it. And once we did that, it took off to 1.2 million. Like it was crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta, I mean, that's gotta be such a damn good feeling, right? Like you've been through the craziness of basically a faded dev twice, all the way down to 60K where you're like, I am not giving up. Like I'm gonna do this thing. And then getting to witness a pretty relatively quick 10x. I know you guys are going much higher, but still, like, dude, that's like, that is super awesome. And it's probably like really rewarding to at least have all of that energy and effort you get paid off in something that you can see and feel tangibly. So like, dude, that's amazing that you've been able to like really resurrect a project like this by just rallying together, man. One thing I quickly have to say is the way that you guys have organized your community. You mentioned like kind of the OG Telegram group, which I'm a part of, and then you have your whale group, and it basically, from what I understand, breaks down in terms of what percentage of the total supply someone holds. Dude, that was really smart. I've been taking notes on that because I think that was a really, really key move for getting people incentivized to, well, one, hold, and two, get to a certain supply so they have access. So whoever came up with that idea, super, super smart.
Yeah, it is. And the best part is we felt those people with big holding, like they don't know what is happening. Like they're not aligned with the team. They're not aligned with anyone. They might know no one in the project. And we felt that if we build the rapport and we just communicate more, that will prevent them from just saying, "Oh, those guys maybe going in this direction," or like just being very transparent with them. And by the way, all the wallets are doxed, so everyone we know all each other wallets,
That's
and
smart.
we just yeah, and we just started building from there. The Wales was the building stone to the project to go to the second phase from being dead to fighting, then to being stable. Then we started doing marketing. So we had more funds in marketing because we have more trust. As we like every process that we do, we gain more trust of the community, which is beautiful. And they see that we're very transparent, and they see the funds, where is it going, and we're the biggest investor in the marketing wallet as the whales or as the OGs, but still anybody who donate to $1 still have the same access as someone who donated 5,000 or 3,000. So that is the equality and transparency that we provide to everyone.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Speaking of, dude, just a quick shout out to everyone who's in the live chat right now. Samba Joe, what's up? Who else we got? Crow Kettle, Fox U. Good to have you back on another live stream, man. Thanks for showing up. And then JPZ. Glad to have everyone here. One quick thing is we're going to be doing a little bit of a QA towards the end of the stream, kind of the last 15 or 20 minutes. So if you have any questions for the PINO crew and or myself or just anything in general, drop the questions in the live chat. I'm going to be kind of favoriting them as we kind of just have this conversation, and we'll answer those towards the end. So make sure you throw some questions in and we can get to them a little bit later. Dude, one thing I know we've been talking a lot about the community and Pinot, which I want to come back to, but dude, I want to know more about like how you got into this crazy degen space because when we first connected, I know you're in digital marketing or tech or something like that, but like what's your story in terms of getting into crypto, much less like degen crypto?
Yeah, so I started in crypto a long time ago. Like I've been following Bitcoin and the prices of Bitcoin probably before most of the hype. Like it was 2012. I would still go on the prices and check. I did not buy because it
Oh,
was
dude,
not.
I bet you wish you did, man. So do I.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. But the thing is like in 2017, 2018, I started to dedicate more time to learn because I felt that crypto is becoming more of a thing. Like it was something just Bitcoin. And then we started to have all other projects, and then you have the investments, then the utilities, altcoins, and it started to get more interesting to me. It was more in a stock market guy. So I like, you know, that's not what I'm looking for. I need something that more of a community or something more tangible. I would say. I mean, yeah, it's nice. Google go up, Apple go up, etc. But you don't feel the you don't feel that you own, right? Like it's
Right. You don't feel like you have any like power to move the needle, right? In like
yeah,
normal stock trading. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I started investing. I had a very bad time in 2021. Like I lost a lot of money, but like most of people did most of their money in 2021. I did the opposite because I was trading. Like I was
Mhm.
focusing on trading at that point. And then I just from 2021 until uh, recent this year, like starting from June, February this year, I started getting back to Punky, Pepe, and all the projects and seeing what they are doing. Like, wow, that's amazing. Seeing the communities and being part of it. Even a couple of years ago, it was not like this. You go to the Telegram channel, it's not the same vibe. Nobody even know what is going on. You don't have the team even announcement. Like they just have a picture and like you don't even know who are those people. You just like, oh yeah, that's a nice project. So yeah, that got me. But literally, what got me all in this is Pino. Like Pino is a project that even when I reach to a point where yeah, I'm right now I'm in a profit, but I don't want to leave that project even before the CTO. Like we reached highs. I aped in like 400, 500. But I was telling people like, guys, this project could be the next big thing. I don't know. Like I had this feeling before even being part of it. And remembering it is the community is the first thing, but just the yellow Pinot. I don't know. The first time that I look at that character or that avatar, it's just something else. I don't know. There's something that we can connect with.
It's true, dude. I got to bring this up on screen again. I know, man. I mean, listen, it's got a little bit of that Pepe vibe to it, right? With the lips and the eyes and everything, but I don't know, man. Like I said, when I instantly saw it on my live stream, I was like, I felt the same, and that's why you and I are having this conversation. So I get it, man. It's kind of funny. On that note, what were some of the other projects? Actually, you don't have to tell me what some of the other projects were before Pinot, but had you already been investing and like playing in the whole meme coin space before you found Pinot? Was Pinot something you found pretty immediately, or I'm curious how long it took you to find a project like this that you're so passionate about.
Yeah, definitely. I was in many projects. Most of them they like rug, and some of them they still exist, and some of them already went high. But the thing when I look at it is since we are in this Degen, space, we want to make profits. Like that is one of the goals. And if I want to go to let's say Pepe, right? Like what kind of profits that I can make on Pepe that I would not make on I don't know Bitcoin or Ethereum. Like the potential to triple your initials or whatever is less as the market cap goes high. So that's when people start looking for a low market cap. But then they fall in the trap because you don't have any stability. The project could die anytime. There's no support. There's nothing to protect it.
Yep.
So yeah, but being between both, trying to find a stable project, but I want to make a lot of profits. And this is where the human psychology kicks in. You know, like the greed, the fear, the excitement, like all those kind of feelings. And yeah, I've been in many projects. Like I've been in many projects. My biggest and my all-in project after before the CTO, I was trying to slowly invest more in PINO. But when the CTO has happened, like that's it. I'm all in,
Yeah.
and really I want to see PINO go. Like we have even a milestone. Like we have a roadmap internally that we're discussing, and it goes by crossing the all-time high, then 5 million to 10 million, and then 20 million, which is doubling that. So anybody who will enter at 10 million, they know that we are on road to double that. Then from 20 million, 50 million, then 100 million, and above 100 million, it's going to be a total different game. We cannot think with the same mentality that we're using right now. Partnership could be different. Being in conferences, like things are going to go crazy.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I'm looking at the chart really quick. I just pulled it up on the screen. Um, One, I mean, for what you guys have been, working towards, the chart looks super healthy, right? Especially for a CTO. And it's just going organically the right direction. The one thing I'm curious about is, so this is the original contract address and coin, meaning it
Yep.
was originally launched around like the middle of June. Does that sound about
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Around 13 June.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I can see like the huge, run ups and kind of where you guys probably started and have this been like really trying to kick ass over time. Yeah, it's always fascinating to me when I'm looking at other projects, and I think like at least how I'm trying to find and hunt for quality projects now is, dude, anything that can basically survive past at least a month is nothing short of astounding in this market as far as I'm concerned. So the fact that like, I mean, you guys had that month, you had this like nice rip up, and then you've just been trying to like build and build from there is really refreshing to see. And man, like the way that I think about a lot of these things is that coins like Pepe and some of these big players, like they're around for a long time, and so much of the meme and DGen hype right now is like everyone's looking for like that weak project to like get a gain and then maybe make some money and mostly lose. But I think it's like you want to find these gems that are in and around that like 2, 3, 4 month mark that have like a solid floor, dope community, and like just need that like spark, right? Like that little spark to just suddenly fly. And that's, I don't know, that's where I think that what you guys have been doing, you're just so close to that spark.
Thank you, thank you. I so that we strategize associating Pino with the boys club and
Mm-hmm.
all the other projects. So if you look at our art, our new memes, we have them kind of like partying, going out and together. We think that is very important because that is the winning meta for the last couple of years, and we think that will go even higher than it is, and we have more projects. But not all projects that associate themselves are able to actually stay because I've been reading. I think it was a tweet from a Doginal Dog, which is a community on Twitter, and he was saying there is 18,000 projects launched on Pump Fund a day, and then from
Yeah,
those
dude, seriously.
18,000, yeah, like only a small percentage that hit the radium, and then from those only like 20 that stays till the next day. Like it's crazy. Like it's total
I
crazy.
know. Yeah, the
So
the the conversion rate is like basically 1% or something insane like that only make it to radium, and then like even a fraction of that do anything afterwards. So yeah, it
Yeah,
is wild that that's where this project has its origins.
yeah, it's literally the wild wild west. Like Pump Fun is the wild wild west.
What are your honest thoughts? I know it's the wild wild west on Pump Fun, but like, what are your honest feelings about that platform?
I think they are so smart, to be honest, and in seeing their revenue growth. Like I'm talking from a corporate and a business way. Like they know what people want and they give it to them, whether it's good or bad. That's what everyone wants, and they got it.
Yep. I mean, dude, like the entrepreneur, like the tech startup dude in me thinks I mean, it's a genius platform in the way
Genius.
that they saw a clear problem, right? The clear problem is these people want to create these meme coins. They don't have enough, money to fund a liquidity pool. Like, how do we solve the money problem? Well, shit, we can just, basically do a crowdsource fund campaign, take a fraction of a percentage, and then just let them go crazy. So, like, from a platform like tech, I think it's genius. Um,
Genius.
there's definitely some like morality stuff in there for me that's
Uh,
like, a little bit in the gray zone, but yeah, I tend to agree with you in terms of just like a kind of a genius play at like the business level side of things. Now, how people use it is a little bit of a different question, but either way, man, to see like projects like PINO and, I'm sure there's like, a handful of others that have like come out of that actually, remain successful is the silver lining to like the shenanigans and scammery that some of these platforms like Pump Fun or anything really have, So
yeah.
anyways, no shade on Pump Fun, but it is what it is. This is what we're trying to figure out in the wild wild west days of DEGEN crypto and everything that you and I are both in.
Yeah, we know like most of the projects will not stay, and most of people will just build the projects to take the money on once it hits the radium. But you have a very small percentage of a project that I believe will change the game for the next couple of years, and I think Pino is one of them.
Yeah. I got a couple other just questions that I've been so curious about in terms of just the project and how you guys are structured. The first is I've been super impressed with the amount of art and creativity from the videos and the reels that you guys have produced that are consistent with the character. Is is this, or I'm not going to assume who's creating all this art? Is this the community? Is this one single person or a couple, or who's responsible for all like the massive amount of awesome art?
So once we started organizing ourselves as a first step, we thought that art is what get people in, because that's the marketing idea. People, they see the art, they fall in love with the art, they go to Telegram, they check the community. Oh well, the community is hype. They're there, and it's a CTO. It's fun to be with, and then they ape. So we thought of it as the go-to step, and we hired two full-time artists. They start from scratch. Some of them
Mm-hmm.
are really like talented. We had other people also joining. We had one guy from our community, Rob Pincer, and he just do ton of memes for free. Like we don't even pay him, but we give him, like appreciation sometime. But he's doing amazing job, and yeah, we capitalized on this, focused on it, and we said that's how we are going. We did like 100, I think, within a month or a month and a half. We did over 100 meme, and we have a dedicated meme channel where you can just go and scroll and see what you can relate to, you can use. And we were working on something else, and that is on hold right now, which is a PFP, customized PFP for everyone. So
Mm-hmm.
we want like anyone who wants to change Pino, like add sunglasses or do this or do that. And it's being developed, but we had some technical problems with it. It should be live soon.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, man. A lot of people love the PFP stuff. I've dabbled in a little bit of that, thinking more of like the NFT side, and it's super fun, right? To like add different traits and let people kind of build or customize their own PFP. But there's definitely no shortage of work on the art side, much less like, how you guys develop that into like a little generator or something for people to use. But yeah, dude,
What do you think about, what do you think about the NFTs in general, like from before a couple of years and now?
I mean, for sure NFTs had their hype, right? Like I think this was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. We probably saw like all of the hype around NFTs. Certainly that hype isn't nearly there. Of course, there's going to be some that are going to break through that, especially with, some of the new things like ruins and things of that nature where people want to build on these new chains. All in all, I think that NFTs will probably have another run at some moment in time. But to be honest with you, man, like I just don't know enough about them. I was never a big NFT guy. It's only, when I started getting into, more of, this crypto space, then I want to kind of dabble and understand, how they work and, what gets people to be ultimately interested in purchasing and holding an NFT. So yeah, man, I'm still learning a lot, to be honest with you. I've considered doing I've considered and already started all the artwork for a NFT series for my project Hody, but it remains to be seen whether I go the NFT route or I actually change that into more of like a PFP builder, like you're talking about, and seeing like where more of the community interest is. What are your thoughts? I mean,
Nice.
have you been a big NFT guy, or
No,
are you like
I
me?
never been an NFT guy, but I like seeing the communities around NFT. I think that is something that we can take from NFTs, or we actually integrated the crypto from, like when you look at the apes from NFT, when you look at the D gods, or like they have a strong communities, and that community is on Discord mainly. Now it's the second, you have the meme coins, like the low market cap meme coins, and then you have Telegram and Twitter. Like I like how things are shaping, but I don't think NFT would be as big as it is. Like the technology itself can be used in many other ways other than just like an image or voice or whatever. But yeah, I don't see it going crazy. The only way that it will go up in prices is because the whole market is up and they are built on a blockchain. But I personally don't think NFTs are something that I would push myself to.
Yeah, I think when we're going to see a lot more interest in NFTs, I think once like crypto gaming really kicks off, right? Like where we're seeing a massive adoption with crypto gaming, I think we might see a huge surge in NFTs again. Whether that gives people access passes to certain aspects of these games or things like that, but
Yeah.
I think that's where we're going to see a little bit more of a surge. But shit, man, I who knows? But that'd be my guess if I were to.
If you can use your NFT in the game itself, like yeah, that would be, because we had a lot of big brands like Louis Vuitton, Adidas, Nike, whatever. They started also investing in NFTs and building like a virtual shops, and then you have the technology going around. You have the Apple Vision, and then Facebook and Meta. They're building that virtual reality. So yeah, this could be something, but it's not like going crazy as, yeah, it will be there, like you can buy it, but it's not something
Yeah,
that will just go crazy. And
yeah.
I wanted to actually ask you about this, like what got you in crypto? Like what was the, like, have you always been a crypto guy, or like did you start with the tech and then find your way to crypto?
I've always been a tech guy. I mean, I've spent the
Yeah.
greater my professional career in tech building products. So I've always been on the tech side of things, mostly Web 2. Um, like you, like right around 2012, 2013, I was like starting to pay attention to Bitcoin, but it was such a barrier to entry to like buy a bunch of coins that I kind of pushed it off.
Yeah.
If I could take something back, it would be that. Um, and then it was around like 2016, 2017 where I was like, oh shit, like this is here to stay. That's when I started buying BTC and buying ETH and just some of the main players, and just starting to stack coins. So I was like buying, Bitcoin when it was around like 15,000, ETH when it was around 200, 300, 400. I took a little bit of a pause, but kind of kept accumulating and just holding bags, like no trading or anything like that. And then it was earlier this year where I was like, dude, if there's two areas in tech that I need to like really submerge myself in, it's AI, which I have like a product that I built that's like an AI agent on OpenAI, and then crypto. And I was like, I love community, I love branding, I love, all this sort of stuff. Like, how can I learn more about this crypto space? I'm like, shit, I'm just going to create a token and dive in and, swim in the deep end and learn as I go. And dude, let me tell you, it has been a like fire hose of information in terms of just learning how the ecosystem works, how the community works, how like, working with chains like Solana, and developing for them works. So yeah, man, the whole inspiration was just to like create a cool project, make some money in the process. And then at the end of the day, like just learn as much as I can. So that's kind of my foray into this whole like crazy space.
Nice,
Good,
nice.
good,
Love it.
good question. Hey, let's go ahead and jump into a few questions from the community. I see one right here, and if anyone else has any other questions, let's kind of go into that segment. So let me just bring up the screen, and we got one here from Based Sharon. Says, "Oh, Based Sharon, Chelsea, welcome. Hey Kev, seems like a super solid team and project. Question for PINO. As a dev, which she is, of a new project, what's the best advice you would give other teams for marketing or starting to build a community? And then what marketing avenues have you seen the highest return from?" So I'm asking, you, like, what have you seen on the marketing side that you would advise a new community or project? What's worked for you?
That's a very, very good question, and congratulations for launching your own project. Um, our biggest ROI was the arts, honestly. Like, this is our biggest ROI, and of course, the community and building the community. Like, that's the core of any project. If you have a very strong community that is in love with the project, then they will keep showing up, they will keep fighting, they will keep enjoying, and you will find a more enjoyable process as well. Don't think of it, in my opinion, don't think of it as just like you take it as a company, like make it more fun. Like we focus, for example, on rates for a long time, that we feel like we're pushing it, but it's not like, it's not fun. It's, you get shadow banned, you get like, there's a lot of struggles that you feel you get. But when we post new pictures, even just like on the main Pino social accounts, we get big exposure. I would say the videos as well. If you can invest in the videos, or even if you cannot invest, like, do it. Try to build the videos, hire animators. Those really work well. In general, videos more, it goes more viral than pictures, especially on Instagram, on YouTube Shorts, and of course on TikTok, or other channels.
Dude, I think that's great advice. Honestly, that's one of the things I'm absolutely focused on right now. And if I had a time machine, I would fly back and probably have a lot more animations, graphics, and things that were on brand to share. Because you're right, man. Like, it's more of an organic way to market rather than spending a bunch on either a campaign or deck
Yeah.
screener is great, but you can get into tricky territory when you're spending a lot of money. Whereas, I don't know, man. I think you're right. I think you're right in terms of the money is really well spent in more of that branded art. So yeah, that's a great question. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's really really timely question for me as well, and a great response from you.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you. I'd love to see more questions, because a lot of people might have questions, and to me or to Kev, or about the projects in general, and this is the best opportunity to to get your questions answered. I would say our worst investment. I want to share with you our worst investment.
Yep.
So we started initially, we focused on the KOLs or the influencers. And I would say that was the worst investments. With all respect to the ethical guys, but if you want to push your projects, that's not the way to start. Like build the projects, make it strong, and then that's the time you can have some people who have a good influence on a big number of people to talk about you. But don't even have a high expectation, because it's a process. Like it's not a one day, then you will double or whatever. Like it's a process, but it's a important part, but the timing is more important, and handling the communication and the like what you expect from them and how they do it and when they do it is more important than just like doing it.
Bro, that is the best advice ever. I want to star, underline, bold that shit because, dude, that was like anyone has a project right now and is listening. That is some of the best advice, dude. Because there are so many times where I've seen projects get too excited, want to like keep the chart pumping, hire a coal, and basically see their chart fly up only to just like massively drop, and then they're out. All of that because they didn't prepare. So like, dude, you were speaking 100% of the truth, man. Really, really sound advice.
And we have a question from Crypto for Fun.
Yeah, let's do that. Crypto for Fun says, "What are Pino's goals for the coming months and years?" That's a good question. I actually forgot to ask.
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. So the thing is, we build a general roadmap, as I said, on milestones, and then for each like from 1 million to 2 million, we have a specific tasks, and we're focusing on, for example, the first in July, we were focusing on listing on centralized exchange. We listed in two exchanges, and we have like two, three other exchanges, bigger size of the first listing, but we focus on building the community, building the floor, doing a step at a time. The Our strategy consists of the media, the animation, and building the community, and that's how we track our KPIs, like hitting a 5,000 holders, our market cap at this level. This is how we see it. But when we go and just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you will feel overwhelmed with all the things that you want to do that you will not do, or you will do and you will not do them correctly, and then you will feel disappointed. So we attach it to KPIs, and we track our progress from there. And so far, like in the next month, our focus is to cross the all-time high. How we're going to do that is by partnering with more people, because we build the floor, we have a sustainable community and everything. We have 3 to 5 very authentic KOLs that we trust and we like to be part of us, because they are also a community members. And then listing is not on our radar. We're focusing just on pushing the project, to be honest. Like there's a lot of things, like if we go on the list, we have a full document, and it's just like 5 7 pages, you can just like scroll, and it's a lot of tasks. So the focus, the end goal is to reach a certain market cap where we feel that is attracting people in the bull run. Like this is our goal in the next month, is to be positioned as the go-to opportunity for those who's looking to make 100x, 1000x. And to do that, the way that I see it personally, and that's my opinion, is if we are between 5 million, between like 2 million to 5 million, you could say that's like very attractive, with a very good volume, daily volume. And once the bull run hits, like it's like, so all the projects on Solana have a shared liquidity with Solana. So if Solana go 2x and you have that liquidity, you have to understand that you will also 2x with it. So that's very
Yep.
important to understand.
Dude, I gotta tell you, you're speaking my love language right now. When you said you're focused on the KPIs, I was like, yes. A guy who gets it. For everyone who doesn't know that acronym KPI, like if you're in tech or marketing or anything, you probably know it. Key performance indicator. It means like you're not just like doing shit to do shit. You're actually trying to move the needle and measure the output of whatever it is you're doing. And so the fact that you're already thinking about that just says a ton, man. It makes me even happier to actually hold a nice bag of Pinot. So yeah, dude, that's what it's all about. And since I come from a startup background, that's how you measure success and like how
Yeah.
you're trending and like where you need to focus. And I think that if more projects actually took that level of interest in setting goals, focusing on key areas that are actually going to drive the most organic growth or growth in general, you'd see a lot more successful projects. So yeah, dude, I was smiling ear to ear when you mentioned KPIs. So that's awesome. All right, let's see if there's just one more question. Let's just take one more before we go to my final curveball question, which if you've watched any of my other ones, you might know or might not. Let's see. All right, we got one from Adam who says, how are you able to hold the floor so good after 2 months later? Which you kind of touched on, just a moment ago. But if you want to just answer that question, go for it.
So the way to hold the floor, we focus on who hold more Pinot, and we put them in a chat, and we just communicate and we build. So the whales are part of the team, but it's not like the, let's say, the day-to-day operation team. We have the operation teams, the Pinot team, which is also a community members who step up and volunteer and have certain skills. And then we have the whales who, let's say, they hold a bigger percentage than everybody else, and they are in a group. So if those guys are not selling, we still can get more investors who see that we're consistent. And when those guys who buy, we tell them we have the OG group, which is a 1 million plus holder, and they join it and they see there's like 55, 57 other members, and they compete to become whales. So that's way even to get. And by the way, we have a party in Dubai once we hit 50 million market cap. It's going to be for the whales and for our KOLs who stay with us. I think you're invited. I mean, that's for sure. So
Awesome.
when we hit, yeah, it's gonna be a yacht party. We're gonna have it on the sea. We're gonna have a whole content of the party, and that would be a celebration for hitting a milestone, a 50 million market cap. And there is a giveaway, a Rolex giveaway for the OGs. Rolex worth anything between 10 to 20,000 dollars once we
Nice.
hit market cap. And yeah, so if you're in Pinot, it's time to become an OG because that's where you get the Rolex opportunity. And if you want to be part of other groups, I mean, we lowered the whales from, we're thinking like 50 million, 30 million, but that would be insane because we have 1 billion supply. So we said, let's lower it and let's build a community within the community that supports each other. And that's how we maintain the floor.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, man, I'm gonna take inspiration, which is a kind word of saying copying your idea of like how you have the OGs and the whales. I'm taking inspiration from that, and I'm gonna do that because it's genius. So if you have a project like this is like community building gold, holding the floor gold that you've been able to institute in your own project or your own community. All right, dude, let's just wrap this up. I got that final question for you if you're ready for a bit of a curveball.
Let's
Um,
go.
so as I ask more of this question and like do more of these shows, it's going to become less surprising. But here's a curveball question that I would love to ask you. And like Pinot aside, let's forget Pinot. This is like my personal question to you, talking to me right now, and that is, if you had a billboard and you place it anywhere in the world for a full 24 hours, where would you put it and what would it say? And I can't say Pinot. It's not about marketing your project. This is just your own billboard.
That's a Beautiful question. Like really, it's gets you to think. Um, I would say like I don't know where exactly to put it, but a place where you have a lot of ideas. So I'm thinking like New York or even like Burj Khalifa. Maybe a lot of people just watching there and looking at it, or I don't know, maybe Paris or like the Eiffel Tower. But I have just like three words: believe in yourself. Like that. That's it. Like
Ah,
just
dude,
believe in yourself. You know,
that's awesome, man.
there's a lot of people they just give up because they don't believe in themselves, right? Like, and it's like all it takes is you believe in yourself, and then you can achieve things. Like just get yourself moving.
Dude, I love it, man. It says a lot about your character and who you are, and I appreciate that. I would love to like see a billboard like that, right? Like, wouldn't that make you smile?
Totally, like yeah, it's just like you look at it and believe in yourself. You will get that feeling, like you will get a spark in you, and that's beautiful.
Yeah, dude. Awesome. Well, I encourage you or anyone listening, like, use that question. It's a great icebreaker. If you're like hanging out or like, on a first date or whatever, it's a good question and it really helps you get to know people. So thanks for playing along. All right, dude, before we wrap up, any final words, anything you want to leave the community with? And
Absolutely. So I want to thank our community because they are the the force that gets Pino to where Pino is, and they will take it to where it's going. And I encourage all the Pinot holders also to be part of the community if they are not engaged, to be more engaged. I just want to thank everyone who's with Pinot. And for those who are not in Pinot, just go to our Telegram, check the chat. I'm not telling you like go buy or anything. Just if you want to be part of something, you want to be well positioned before the bull run. Like it's not when you want to buy, it's not the bull run because that's when it's too late. So you want to find communities, you want to find projects that you can relate to, and this is the right time. Like we're in uh, August, end of August now. So you have September, and probably it will go crazy in September or October. So yeah, check the chat. If you have any questions, feel free. We're very transparent. We answer all the questions. We do most of the communication in the group. And yeah, thank you for having me, Kevin. I love this. It's amazing.
yeah, man, thanks for being a part of it and saying yes, man. And being unafraid to show up on video as your true self, dude. So I really appreciate that. I want more of that in this whole crypto space. So everyone in the live chat, thank you so much for being a part of it, asking some great questions, and just like being here to hear some like real legit crypto conversations. And that's what we're really trying to do here. Sorry, clearly I'm trying to work with a camera that overheated, but you get a ultra bright closing from me. It is what it is. But I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch everyone in the next live stream. All right, you guys, take it easy.